Hey traders, Gavin McMaster here with a quick update for you on the Apple Iron Condor that we looked at last week. Just a quick reminder that everything discussed is for educational purposes only and is general in nature. So if we look at our Apple Condor, so far the trade is in profit to the tune of about $40 or so. We set price alerts at 215 and I think about 235. So neither of those alerts have been hit yet. We're staying right in the center of our Condor. If we look at a chart, we did come down pretty close to that 215 level, but we stayed above it each time. One thing I like about the chart here is this accumulation distribution indicator. And we can kind of see that even though Apple has come down since here, the accumulation distribution is just slightly going up. So that's been relatively strong. For me, that's always a good sign. We're seeing the stock closing off the lows as well. We've got upward trending moving averages. If the stock can get above these moving averages, it does look fairly bullish. So I have a feeling we might be under more pressure on the upside than the downside. But for now, we're sitting right where we want to be, which is right here in the center of the Condor. So we know that as long as it stays within 215 and 236, 235, we know the Condor is going to be absolutely fine. Looking at our Greeks, we've got about a 14 delta here on the short puts, and that's around where we started. I think it was about a 15 delta. Because the stock has dropped a little bit, the calls have dropped down to a 5.5 delta. Now, in this instance, some people may roll the calls in and do what I would call an attacking adjustment, which will generate a bit of extra premium, but make the Condor more narrow, less wide, so it'll shorten the distance to the upper strike. I prefer not to do that, and basically looking at the chart, as I said, I think there's more risk to the upside, so I'm happy to leave those as they are. Now they're only trading for about 15 cents. If that got down to about 10 cents, I'd look to maybe even just close those out and then just manage the put side of the trade. So you can always put in a good till cancel buy order for these calls for 10 cents, and maybe if Apple has a bit of a dip in the morning tomorrow, that spread may come down to 10 cents and you may get filled on that, and then you can just manage the puts from there. But for now, no action needed on this trade and everything is looking good. We've still got a fair bit of time to expiration, so I'd imagine that we may need an adjustment at some point, which is always a good learning experience. So far it's been a pretty boring, easy trade, so not much to really share from a learning perspective. Other than that, if we get to a 50% profit potential, so out of the, it was about 170 we received. If we get a premium of a profit of about $85 to $90, we'll look to close early. Otherwise, we'll just keep holding on. And if we do need to adjust, if either of those points get hit, we'll adjust. And I'll share those details with you. So any questions, just let me know, and good luck with your trading.